You're looking live at the Wisconsin Rapids Southwood County 2000 field. It's time for the national anthem before Lincoln Red Raider football. And we welcome you to our live coverage here tonight on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media across all of the different formats. You may be watching this game on the Facebook page of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, on the web page of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, on Solaris Cable or on Charter Cable, but all those media, all those venues bringing you live coverage of tonight's Lincoln Red Raider football game right here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. At the Directors Council is David Ballerstein. Art Getzik is our videographer. I'm Milt Van Natta here to call the play for you tonight. Oshkosh North is in town. The Spartans are all ready to take on the Red Raiders. And you take a look there at the Red Raider football team, which will be introduced momentarily. But right now, you take a look to the field and the Oshkosh North Spartans, who will be introduced. And then we'll have the Raiders introduced before we begin play here tonight.
We're going to introduce the Spartans, Oshkosh North defense.
Right around 70 degrees on what has been a nice summer's day, but with a light southeast breeze, it'll probably get pretty cool when the sun sets below the press box in about, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 45 minutes. It'll be a little cool as the evening wears on. Last night's ball game dropped into the high 50s before the end of the game around 9 p.m. and we expect the same here tonight. A nice but cooling summer's evening. As you watch the live broadcast, it's the 1st of September and the Labor Day holiday weekend. You may also be, of course, accessing the game on tape delay or on demand. So the Spartans have been introduced. You see them concluding now. And we get ready to meet the Red Raiders.
2017, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School Red Raiders. Starting on defense, Red Raiders. At defense, number 66, the senior, Austin Reimer.
Here's the defensive unit being introduced. That's Austin Reimer, Peter Aspros, Frank Hartman, the nose tackle. There's Cody Sawyer. Caleb O'Neill is the introduction of the linebackers now. Nathan Hepp. And Craig Biolo. Now the secondary, Dylan Ashbeck. Zach Wentz. And the corners, beginning with Zach Lechner and Thomas DeRuby. So all the preliminaries are taken care of now, and it's time to play football. The Red Raiders are 1-1, but off to a very strong start. They defeated Kaukauna here in the opener in a 42-0 shutout, and then they went over and gave Kimberly, that powerhouse in the valley, their absolute best shot last week, and it was a 42-28 loss, but a lot of optimism and a lot of anticipation for this football game as the Lincoln Red Raiders take on the Oshkosh North Spartans.
Linebackers coach Sean Becker, defensive backs coach Riley Thomas, and our DB coaches Court Helber, Jeremy Wood, Chris Stotner, Adam Miller, Randy Vinter.
Very nice crowd here tonight at the Southwood County 2000 field. Sometimes on a holiday weekend that can lead to a little bit smaller crowd, but not at all. The home side full up here as we begin play. Red Raiders will kick it away to the Spartans. There's the band. And now the kickoff team of the Red Raiders.
Oshkosh North won the toss and is left to receive. They're defending the south end zone. Lincoln High School kicking off and defending the north end zone.
Number 34 is Brock Erdman. He'll kick it away to the Spartans. And this will be a short kick. There was a fair catch signal. This is going to be a penalty against the Red Raiders as the Spartan, Lucas Cleveland, had his hand in the air. You can call for a fair catch on a kickoff, and I believe we're going to get a fair catch interference called against the Red Raiders. And there's actually 2 flags. See if they're both for that interference. We'll wait for a signal here to tell you exactly what transpired, but that's what we expect is fair catch interference around the 45-yard line. And we have penalties both ways. But the mark-off is coming against the Red Raiders all the way down to their 40-yard line. So apparently the fair catch interference took precedence over whatever call was against Oshkosh North. So here come the Spartans out onto the playing field. Seth Harms is their quarterback at 5'11" and 205 pounds. Number 2, Seth Harms is the quarterback. We have 2 receivers to the far side and 2 backs in with Harms on 1st and 10. He'll give it off, a small gain to the 38-yard line. Nice job there. The tackle made by Caleb O'Neill. Running the football was Trayvon Lee. And we expect to see a lot of him from that tailback position tonight. So it's 2nd down and 8 facing Oshkosh North here. This optimum field position coming out of the opening kickoff. Harms will give it again to Lee. He's hit. He's taken down for a loss of a yard on the play. Good penetration all around. Drake Biolo was there. Cody Sawyer was there. And they dropped Lee for a loss of a yard. And so 2 running plays have netted little for Oshkosh North, and they'll face 3rd and 9 as we've just begun play here at the Southwood County 2000 field. Let's see what Oshkosh North's passing game offers. They'll fake to Lee. Pressure, big pressure. Harms gets away. He runs and he's near and has a 1st down, stepping inside of the 30 to the 29-yard line. That was a perilous journey for Seth Harms, but he made his way down the far sidelines and gets a 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 10 yards for Harms and Oshkosh North.
That's Oshkosh North Spartan, first down.
Give is to Lee, and again inside, not much going on at all. No hole to run to. The tackle made there by Peter Aspros.
With the initial stop.
Less than a yard gain on the play. We will call it 2nd and 9. Nice job as well by Austin Reimer and just plugging that gap inside and providing no running room whatsoever for Lee. I'll give it to Lee again. He's got room this time. He's down to the 20. He's inside of the 20 to the 18-yard line, and he has a first down before Thomas Gruby makes the stop. So the first time in 4 tries for Lee to get some running room, but he is able there to pick up 11 yards and a first down for Oshkosh North.
And for the Red Raiders, number 77, Joey Wakemarsh.
2.5 minutes into this opening possession. From the near hash. Now Harms still has it. Not much doing inside. I'm not sure if that was a broken play or not. He faked an inside handoff, but then there was 3 Red Raiders around him right at the 18. In fact, they're going to mark this back closer to the 19-yard line, and a loss of about a half a yard on the play. Lead tackler was Drake Biolo, though he had a lot of help, including from Frank Hartman and Joseph Whitemarsh. So 2nd and long. Harms wants to throw quickly to the flat. He does. He had a man open there. That was Peter Yee who was open, but the pass was well short of its intended mark, and so it'll bring up 3rd down and long. That's the first look we've had at the North passing game tonight. They have gotten a first down on a quarterback scramble, but they have yet to, until that play, thrown the football. So it's a 3rd down and long. Receivers left and right. A man in the slot now in motion is Ian Leifgren. And they'll give it to Lee, and Lee's in trouble. He's down behind the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. Dropped there by Cody Sawyer, and 4th down now in about 13. What a nice job by the Red Raider defense. Harms walks to the sideline. Do they go on 4th down? You'll get an idea right away of what type of confidence that Oshkosh North has in their kicking game, or what type of range their kicking game has. They will not go for what would be about a 37-yard field goal. Instead, they will go here on 4th down and 13. They shake 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lee's in the backfield with Harms. Harms looks this way, steps out of the pocket, hit as he throws a wobbly pass into the middle, incomplete. Intended for Attapon Town near the goal line. The Red Raiders hold on downs, and what a nice job by the Red Raider defense. They get the ball with just 40 yards behind their back, and though Oshkosh North is able to gain some yardage, get a first down, they hold on downs and do not allow any points. And here comes Jacob Mansell and the Red Raider offense for the first time tonight. They're going to feature 3 receivers and just 1 back with Mansell. Mansell wants to throw near side. Does. It's caught by Isaiah Westfall. Shakes 1 man. Shakes a 2nd man. And he comes all the way up here to the 41-yard line. That's a 19-yard pickup to Isaiah Westfall, and the Red Raiders get the first down on the first offensive play. They will go without a huddle, calling the play at the line. They're going to throw that little pass out to the far side, this time intended for Nicholas Campbell. It's incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. Again, no huddle. They'll send, wow, look at him, no tight end. One running back, who of course is Isaac Pilot, but no tight end. Three receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Just spread that field way out. They want to throw, and it's for Westfall. He catches it, the 47, spins, dives into Oshkosh North territory with the first down at the 49-yard line. What a weapon Isaiah Westfall is. And we have seen that already here tonight. 2 receptions, and they've been worth about 30 yards. Beautiful spin move after the catch, and a nose for the first down. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score yet. This is Lincoln's first possession of the night. This is just spreading them out all over the field. Now they'll give Pilot his first chance, and not much doing. No, not at all, to the 48 for a gain of 1, and that's it. On the sidelines, the Red Raiders use the big symbol-quoted placards to give some signal information to Mansell, and then he'll call the rest of the play there at the line. They tuck it into Pilot's belly. First down, more. 40, 35, and the 34-yard line. Pilot bursts through there for 14 yards, maybe another for 15, and that's another Red Raider first down, the third of the drive. Just look at this formation, fans. Red Raiders jam 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Mansell will throw here. It's a little bubble screen. It's caught at the 30, 25, 20-yard line, and near another first down for Nash Coombs. Combs makes the catch, slips inside to the open area, and they'll give him a first down. Throw it far side, go right back out there. Penalty flag flies. This may be against the Red Raiders, and Owen Greening trying to block as Nicholas Campbell made the catch. What was first down and 10 at the 20-yard line is likely to become first and long. Would have been a first and goal, but instead it's going to be a first and long. Just fascinating to take a look at this offensive game plan of the Red Raiders, spreading out the field and throwing what commonly called now in football that little bubble screens. You just quickly get the ball to the outside and let the receivers block. They're going to throw it for Westfall. He's got it at the 20, slips a couple of tackles, then it takes 3 Spartans to bring him down at the 17-yard line. That's the way to get the penalty, and 3 more back and give yourself a manageable second down.
Second and 8, falls on the 17-yard line.
Right now, Oshkosh North is unable to slow down the Raiders. They tuck it into Pilot's belly. He's down to the 10, and he has a first and goal at the 9-yard line. Churning through the center for 8 yards.
74.
Here comes a Red Raider, first and goal as we near the 4.5-minute mark of period number 1.
Right guard number 79, Aaron Parker. And right tackle number 73, senior Chaston
You can see on your screen there on the far right a big divot on the field right near the ball is going to be snapped. Already churning up the field here tonight. Pilot through the middle and into the end zone. Pilot with a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their first possession of the night. So now Hep's in for the point after. And it is up and hits the far post and falls short. So it will remain 6-0 Lincoln. Will have their kickoff momentarily after a short timeout on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.
You can either sign up individually or come as a team of 4. So let's help our Lincoln High School cheer and stunt team out.
What an impressive start tonight for Lincoln, both offensively and dealing with the short field. And then offensively, they were just a juggernaut, pouring down the field with minimal resistance on that first drive. So they'll kick it away here. Nathan Hep will kick it off this time.
Receiving for the Spartans, number 9, Antipon Tao.
Tao back at about the 8-yard line, anticipating this kick from Hep, which is short. It's fielded at about the 31, but well defended. The first man there was Thomas Gruby at the 33. So that's where North will take over with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first period.
33-yard line.
After this game tonight, and it's very interesting to note the schedule. We'll wait till after this first play and make that comment for you. Now from the 33, North has a first down and 10. Arms tucks it in the belly of the motion back, who's got trouble trying to dip to the outside and get the corner. He is able to work his way for 3, maybe 4 yards. That's Peter Yee, one of the tailbacks. He began that play actually in a wide receiver slot position and worked his way back into the backfield, where he was able to pick up 5 yards on what looked like at one point it might be a loss. So 2nd and 5 for North. Arms looking to pass, throws it short, and it was well over the intended receiver, who was Trayvon Lee. Almost so far overthrown that it allowed a possible interception by the Red Raiders. Anyway, Red Raiders now away for a whole month. They have 4 consecutive road games, which will get them, well into their season. They'll be 7 games into their season before they come home again for some big games at the end of the year, but away for 4 consecutive weeks. On 3rd and 5, big trouble here. Harm steps out of one would-be sack, and he's able to get away and get a positive yard, but nowhere near a first down. And Oshkosh North is looking at punting here from the 39-yard line. Great penetration initially by Frank Hartman. And then it was number 48, Tyler Baldoff, who was there to make the tackle after the short 1-yard gain. So in to do the punting, it's Bristol Bolter for Oshkosh North. This is Thomas Gruby dropping back to about his own 27-yard line. Short punt. Gruby will fair catch it at the 38.
Fair catch by Tommy Gruby on the 40-yard line.
So the Red Raiders will get it back on offense. We'll see if they are as potent on this possession as they were on the first. That time they stormed some 80 yards down the field and no time at all.
Made up of Garrett Skelton, Sean Pazuric, Brittany Hunter, Stephanie Jans, Tori Johnson, Jesse Miller, Thomas Noah Ridnour, Melanie Schultz.
From the 38, tuck it in the belly of Pilat. Big running room in the middle. It's a first down run to midfield. Boy, there are just huge gaps in the middle of the field now for Pilat. Just storming through them. First and 10 from midfield. Pilat again, 45, 40 down the sideline, 30 back inside to the 20, on his way to the 10, on his way to the 5-yard line. Isaac Pilat ripping off 34 yards and another first down. Wow, what an impressive run there by Pilat, who on 2 carries has covered about 54 yards on this possession, 55 or so. Now they'll give it to Pilat, and look at that gap, and he storms into the end zone for the touchdown.
In the snap, the Red Raiders, Isaac Pilat, holding Zach Wynn in the kick.
12-0 Lincoln. So the Red Raiders got it at their own 39. They gave it to Isaac Pilat 3 times. He covered 61 yards and gets the second touchdown run of his night. And now Hep will try to make it 13-0 as the Red Raiders have been simply unstoppable on offense tonight. And this kick is good. 13-0 Lincoln, with still nearly 2 minutes to go here in the first period. You're watching Lincoln Red Raider football on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.
Held last Saturday at the Lions Club. Thanks again, everybody.
Hep set to kick it away here to Oshkosh North.
Donated to the Youth Raptors football program.
What an impressive start to this football game. So now here on this field, fans, in this early 2017 season, Lincoln has outscored their opponent 56-0 in just about 5 quarters of football. Here's an ill-advised return by Jose Rodriguez, ill-advised in that he gave ground to try to get the corner on the far side, and he ends up being taken down at the 26-yard line. That month-long Red Raider road trip is within close proximity. Next week they'll go to Neenah, so a little over an hour's ride away. Then they'll head up to Wausau to take on East, up to Marshfield to take on the Tigers, and then back up to Wausau to take on West before they return home in early October for the last 2 games of the season on the 6th and the 13th against Spash and DC Everest. Now a run to the far side and up the sideline for some nice yardage. There goes Dion Stulo carrying for the first time tonight. Stulo takes it across the 30 to the 31. That's a 5-yard pickup, and it'll be second down and 5.
Hey, how are you? Good.
Timeout, Red Raiders.
And with 1:36 to go here in the first, Lincoln uses its first timeout of the half. Lincoln up on top of Oshkosh North 13-0, and we'll have the action right after the timeout. Of course, my math was an error, wasn't it? if you're ahead 13-0 and you won the first game 42-0, you've outscored your opponents 55-0 on this field this year, haven't you? So I want to make that correction for you. 2nd down and 5 now for North. Arms looking, throwing it out here, has a man open on the run, catch is made at the 40, at the 30, and on down, loose football, and recovered by the receiver at the 24-yard line. That's Peter Yee. That was a beautifully thrown ball there. If we're fair in assessing the Oshkosh North passing game, before that point it wasn't very impressive. It didn't have a lot of coordination and execution to it, but that was a well-run pattern, a well-thrown ball, and Yee takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Almost a 45-yard pickup. And here's the handoff inside for a short gain to Stulo. Peter Aspros was the first Raider there. He also had help on the play from Gruby coming up from the secondary. So it's a short pickup of, we'll call it 2 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down and 8. Two receivers to the top of your screen there. Motion by that fullback. But they give it off to the tailback, and this is going to be a big loss. First man there, Austin Reimer, but he had help from Tyler Baldiff as well.
Loss of 1 on the play.
And that first period comes to an end with Lincoln on top, 13-0. 2 touchdown runs by Isaac Pilot have the Red Raiders on top, 13-0. We'll have second quarter action after a short timeout on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Third down here, long, facing Oshkosh North. They are in Red Raider territory at the 25, but they need 11 here on 3rd down. Arms looking, throwing, has a man, it's caught, 1st and goal to 5. That is Yee again, and that was a well-thrown ball again, as Harms and Yee connect for their second big play of this drive. Remember, they started back right around their own 24, 25-yard line, and most of this yardage that they've covered, the 70 yards or so they've covered down to the 6-yard line, has been on 2 big pass plays. Now Harms will tuck it into the belly of Stulo, and he is in big trouble. He's going to lose a yard or 2. He's going to be all the way back at the 7-yard line for a loss of 2. Deion Stulo stuffed in the backfield. That'll make it 2nd and goal from just about the 7-yard line. So folks, we're working here in the booth on the technical side. We're going to try to bring a couple of key plays in this second period to you on replay. So hang in there with us as we attempt to do that as this period progresses. It's Stulo again, going for the pylon, fighting through tackles, gets to the end zone and scores. Well, at the 10:53 mark of period number 2, Stulo goes 7 yards, and Oshkosh North makes it 13-6. Lincoln still on top, but that's a big touchdown for North, as dominant as Lincoln was in the first period.
Kicking for the Spartans, number 81, Da Vinci Yang.
Da Vinci Yang will kick it here.
Brandon Christie in as the holder.
Swings the right leg through, and it's now 13-7. 13-7. Lincoln on top early second quarter. Getting dark enough now that the lights are taking effect here at the Southwood County 2000 field early in quarter number 2. The deep safety here for the Raiders is Thomas Gruby.
Back to return for the Raiders, number 11, Tommy Gruby.
Nicholas Campbell along with Nash.
Kicking off for the Spartans, number 81.
Holmes is they're up about the 20-yard line. It'll be Gruby at about the 5. He'll bring it up the near sideline. He's got some room at the 30 and the 35. Still fighting on his way to the 40-yard line. Looks like somebody might have reached across as he cut to the middle, gotten a piece of the face mask. Now there's no flag down there. I saw a little turn of the head of Thomas Gruby as he worked his way through on that return to the 42. Now the big question of the night is does Oshkosh North have anything at all defensively to slow down the Red Raiders? Because quite honestly, so far tonight, they have not. The Raiders have stormed down the field on 2 occasions. And let's see what they do here. 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side, 1 back Pilot in. And Pilot will get it, and the middle's wide open again. 45 and all the way down to the Oshkosh North 44-yard line. Quick burst of 13 yards on first down, and folks, in the running game, that middle is absolutely wide open. We're up here in the press box, and immediately to our right are the coaches from Oshkosh North, and I don't know what advice they can have to the sidelines about stiffening up the middle, because it is wide open right now. On the little toss sweep, here comes Nash Coombs. He's got the corner, he's got the 20, he's got the 10, and he's pulled out of bounds at the 9-yard line. From the 44 to the 9, a 35-yard pickup. Should we try her, David, to take a look back at that play again? Let's see if we can cue that up before the first down play. Perhaps here it is, just that little sweep inside, and look at Coombs barrel down the far sideline and all the way to the 9. Now here's the first and goal play. The pass, Westfall, touchdown. So Mansell to Westfall from 9 yards out. And Lincoln is up on top now by a score of 19-7. Hep will try to make it 20-7. Little bobble there, a short snap, but a nice job by the holder, who is Zachary Went, to get that placement down and make it 20-7. So we began that drive and we said, does Oshkosh North have an answer defensively? Let's see. 3 plays in, what was it, from the 53-second, the 10:53 mark to the 10:04 mark. So 3 plays, 49 seconds, and Lincoln's into the end zone with their 3rd touchdown of the night. No answers yet for the Spartans. It is 20-7. 20-7 in favor of Lincoln.
Back return for the Spartans, number 9, Antipon Cow. Kicking off the Red Raiders, Nathan Hep.
We're going to see if after this kickoff we can get that touchdown play for you again to show you the pass from Mansell to Westfall on replay. Kick is fumbled back at the 10. Picked up and brought to the 15. Still on his feet to the 20. And to the 23 is Alex Garland. Let's go back now and show you the touchdown pass from Mansell to Westfall. Just a beautifully executed play. No, that would be Coombs' run again. That's all right. We're working out the bugs on the replay side, folks. We'll see if we can get you the touchdown play again. But right now we're going to watch the live play. 20-7 Lincoln. Coombs' play was a great run too. That's worth another look also. That set up the touchdown pass. Arms to Stulo. Running left. Gets to the 21-yard line for a pickup of 3 yards on the play. And bring up a 2nd down and 7.
And for the Red Raiders, number 41, Dawson Steckbauer.
Trayvon Lee is now the tailback behind Harms. They throw it to Lee. He's in big trouble. Steps inside of one would-be tackler, then is swarmed under for a short gain on the play. It was Drake Biolo who had penetration and broke that play up. Now that actually was a loss of about a yard or 2 on the play. So even though Biolo, he's able to step inside of Biolo, there were still 3 Red Raiders where they're waiting for him, and it was Biolo's penetration that led to the loss on the play. So 3rd and long here for Oshkosh North. 3rd and very long from deep in their own end. Arms looking, feels pressure, throws in the middle, picked off. Interception is made by Zachary Went at about the 24-yard line. So the Red Raiders pick up the turnover, and they're right back into scoring position with 8:22 to go, 2nd quarter. Well, the last drive was 49 seconds. What do the Red Raiders have in store for us this time? Westfall split to the far side. Campbell and Greening are to the near side. That's up for Westfall on the far side. He's got a touchdown. They connect again. Isaiah Westfall just ran past the defender, straight down the sidelines. Mansell hit him in stride, and Lincoln has sprinted to a 26-7 lead. We're going to call that one a 24-yard connection. And we'll try to get a look at it again after this extra point effort by Nathan Hepp. 26-7 Lincoln. And this one's good. It's 27-7 Lincoln. This one's the thing of beauty, fans. Look at it again. There's Mansell in stride. Westfall, touchdown Lincoln. 27-7 Lincoln. Well, I tell you, this Lincoln team tonight, just flat out impressive. Whether the defense is on the field or the offense is on the field, just impressive. So that drive was one play, 24 yards, and covered 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So the last 2 drives that have netted 14 points in total have been less than a minute. And Hepp to kick it away. Line drive kick that will bound out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Flag on the play.
So because of the kick out of bounds, Oshkosh North is going to get a pretty good set of a pretty good field placement to start the drive. Be right at the 35, I believe. Let's see where they're going to put it down. Yep, at the 35. It's a good field position for Oshkosh North. Just overwhelmed right now by this Red Raider offense. Handoff is to Stulo, fighting his way around the edge for, close to 3 yards. The bottom of that pile.
And Peter Aspros. Peter Aspros wearing number 96.
Aspros was one of the tacklers. I thought I saw 42, Drake Biolo, in there as well. Second down, about 8. Stulo in big trouble. And this time it is Biolo. You hear the crowd. The football's loose. The Red Raider defense is saying that they've recovered it. No signal yet. Who gets it? And it's recovered by Oshkosh North at the 33-yard line. Great penetration that time by Biolo. He's been doing that a number of times here tonight. They got in there and they battled for that loose football, but Oshkosh North comes up with it. Third down and 12. Arms gives it to Stulo, and he'll have a short gain back to the original line of scrimmage and another yard beyond it, but nothing nearly enough for the first down. So 4th and 9 will bring the punt team on for North. Bristol Bolter will kick it away to Thomas Gruby, and the Raiders now will again, boy, if they field this punt cleanly, they'll have great field position. Hepp races off the field. Soft high snap, but a good kick. Line drive that Gruby lets bounce the 35. Picks up from there. And they got him by the shirt, and they're going to try to sling him down. Gruby fights and fights and fights, but goes down back at about the 29-yard line. Fine punt there. Under pressure, a fine long line drive kick by Bolter. So the Raiders go from the 29 with 5:56 to go. We're going to put that down. Throw it on the near side to Campbell. 30, slips by man at the 40, fights his way down the sideline to the 45-yard line. Nicholas Campbell makes the catch. That's a 16-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for Lincoln. Ansel in the pocket, steps forward, he's going deep, he's going out there for Westfall, leaping, makes the catch! down at the 14-yard line. Isaiah Westfall makes the catch again. Beautiful play. Let's take a quick look at it before the first down play from the 15. Look at Isaiah go up, snatch that ball away from the defender who had inside position and control it and bring it down. That, fans, is a 50-yard pickup. Pilot running through the middle into the end zone. It's a Red Raider touchdown. 32 seconds on that drive, folks. 3 plays, 71 yards in 32 seconds. Let's look at the touchdown again. Wide open middle of the field. Look at Pilot, gets a nice block and just pours through the middle of the Oshkosh North defense for his third touchdown run of the night. For Isaac, 9, 6, and 15 yards on the touchdowns. It is 33 now, 34-7 Lincoln. I'm just amazed by this, fans. So I'm going to share the last 3 touchdown drives, less than a minute and a half. Less than a minute and a half total. You add up the 3 touchdown drives in this second period, less than a minute and a half of playing time on the field for what has been an explosive Red Raider offense tonight. And they're up 34-7 with 5:24 to go in the second period. Well, you know, usually fireworks are held on the 4th of July, but in this instance, fireworks are being shot off on the Labor Day weekend, this 1st of September, by this Lincoln Red Raider football team. Hepp with a nice kick that'll be fielded on the near side at the 12, back to the 25, and hit down hard at the 27-yard line. That position returned there by Alex Garland.
Ball is returned by number 36, Ray Brewer. 1st and 10, Oshkosh North. Ball's on the 27-yard line.
Red Raider offense tonight, fans, has been like a video game. That's the kind of explosiveness that they've had tonight. On the 1st and 10 play from the 27, Harms wants to throw it far side. He's getting pressure. He's got to pull it down, and down he goes right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Peter Aspros is the first man there, and he'll get credit for a sack because that tackle was behind the line. Now Harms sets up to throw, long down the far side, well defended by Gruby. Did he pick it off? No, it hit the ground. Gruby went up in tight coverage with Peter Yee, and they battled for the ball all the way to the ground, and I thought momentarily that he might be able to pull down the interception, but that ball came loose and hit the ground. It will be 3rd and long. Now Harms rolling in trouble, throwing a screen in the middle. Oh, that was, is it picked off? Did that ball ever hit the ground? Drake Piolo says he's got an interception. The intended receiver, I don't believe that ball ever hit the ground. The officials confer, and it did not. and Biolo is able to get the interception. It was a screen that was defended by Biolo as Trayvon Lee tried to catch it. He kept the ball from hitting the ground. Let's watch it now. Here's the screen pass coming in the middle of the field, defended by Biolo, and then that ball never hits the ground. And Biolo gets the interception. And it's a turnover, and the Red Raiders again have a short field. It did not hit the ground. Second INT of the night for Lincoln. Here they go from the 28. Mansell, guess what? He's throwing it up long down the far side. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's caught for the touchdown by Isaiah Westfall. Oh my goodness. Let's take another look here. Mansell, all kinds of time in the pocket. Beautifully thrown ball. Westfall reads the pass, cuts in front of the defender, pulls it in, and it's now 40-7 Lincoln with 4:17 to go here in this second quarter. The third time Mansell has connected with Westfall tonight. And it just sneaks over, doesn't it? 41-7 in favor of Lincoln. And folks, here we go. The last 4 touchdown drives of the Raiders, less than 2 minutes of playing time on the clock. And they're up 41-7. Having outscored their opponents on this field in a game and a half by a count of 83-7. Pilat 3 touchdown runs. Mansell to Westfall 3 touchdown passes. And one gets the feeling that some of the younger players are going to have the opportunity to have some playing time in the second half, because that is how dominating that Lincoln has been. It's been impressive. There's not many games that you get like this when an offensive football team has been that impressive, and that is not to slight the defense, which has been very, very stout tonight as well. It's Tao fielding it to the 20. Ruby tried to pull that ball away. Tao gets to the 24-yard line, and that's where Oshkosh North will start.
Brought down by number 11, Tommy Ruby, and number 44, Caleb O'Neill. Oshkosh North is the first and 10, the 25-yard line.
4 minutes, 11 seconds to go, second quarter. Arms tucks it in the belly of number 20, Trayvon Lee. And he's up here to the 8-yard line. We're going to call it a gain of 3 on the play.
Raiders, number 48, Tyler Baldahl.
Second down and 7, we'll call it.
14, Bash, 12.
Arms rolls with it, throws, and incomplete, intended for Aaron Gutermuth.
And number 36, Cody Sawyer on that play.
Now late flag is dropped. Boy, that came in way late. See what this might be. Looks like it's against Lincoln. I think they're going to mark this one off against the Red Raiders. Nope, they're turning now to the north, which is good news for Lincoln. Taking a bit to get this sorted out. 3rd and 7 is what it would be, but they're going to take the penalty, and it's a step off all the way back to the 14-yard line.
Personal foul, 15-yard penalty.
It's a personal foul
3rd and long.
whistled against Oshkosh North, probably post-play of some sort. So 3rd down now. 1st down is all the way up here at the 35-yard line. So 3rd and 21. Lincoln has already netted 2 interceptions here in the second period. Harms rolls, pressure coming. He throws, it's caught. Caught about the 27-yard line, but the tackle quickly secured by Zachary Wendt. So that is well short of the 1st down. And we note that down here on the near sidelines that some of the younger quarterbacks are warming up. So we might see one of those young men get a chance. Austin Hensley is one of those, and Austin Pilot is the other. Austin's a sophomore, and well, they're both Austins. Austin Pilot is a sophomore, and Austin Hensley is a junior. We may see one of those young men either on this next possession or certainly in the second half. So some of those younger players warming up and eager to get in the football game here tonight with Lincoln on top 41-7. Timeout is called before what we expect to be an Oshkosh North punt. Seems, I don't believe that I'm missing anything here, that there something other than a timeout is going on, but it sure seems like a long break. There's the officials conferring, but there's no injuries that are visible. I'm sorry, I take that back. To our left, one of the Oshkosh North players is being attended to. That is why we have a delay, fans. And I apologize. I did not see that. And I apologize. They brought the cart over to help that young man. I did not see that as it happened. Art followed the play to the receiver, as we should, and we lost. Well, I'm actually wondering if that might be the quarterback. I'm looking over here at David's counsel now as he tries to get a look at that play again. It is the quarterback, Harms. He was under big time pressure. And why don't you show us that play again? Here's the play that Harms gets hurt on. He rolls to the right, 3 men after him, and then he gets hit. He limps off of the field, and then goes down on the sideline. He's holding his left leg up, not putting any weight on the left leg. And now, as you can see, there is being carted off. This is in front of the Lincoln sideline, and they give Seth Harms a nice round of applause, and he acknowledges it. Junior Seth Harms, likely, I would think, based on that, done for the night. So Oshkosh North will go to a backup, perhaps Alex Garland, the sophomore. We've seen Alex on kick returns tonight. Could be Christoph Long. He's a sophomore that's also listed as a quarterback. Stephen Kempfer, sophomore, listed as a quarterback. So we'll see which one of those young men will be quarterback the next time Oshkosh North gets it. 3:06 to go, and here comes the punt. Short kick. Gruby lets it bounce at midfield and lets it roll dead at the 40-yard line. So Lincoln will take over at the 40. They haven't been stopped tonight offensively. And will the first team offense get one more possession here? Lincoln's on top 41-7, folks. 6 for 6 on offense. 6 touchdowns on 6 possessions. Let's see what they do here before the half. Jacob Mansell comes out. Isaiah Westfall comes out. Isaac Pilot. Coombs is out there. So it is the first team offense that takes the field on what could be their last tour of duty tonight. Pilot in the middle, big hole, rumbling at midfield, charging to the 40, and down he goes at the Oshkosh North 38-yard line. Well, that's a quick 22 yards.
First and 10.
A little more deliberate at the line here. Right back to Pilot, stepping outside 35. Man's got him by the leg and takes him down at the 33-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup. It'll be second down and 5 as we near the 2-minute mark of the first half. Westfall's man-to-man on the far side. Nope, they're going to hand it off inside. And Mansell has a first down at the 27. Excuse me, Mansell handing off to Pilot, and Isaac Pilot down to the 27-yard line for a first down. Pilot carried it 3 times, and he's moved the ball from his own 40 all the way down to the Oshkosh North 28. 32 yards. Man, his average yards per carry, I would think, tonight would be nearing double digits. First and 10, minute 26 for the half. They're going to throw a short pass that's caught. Campbell hit, dropped right at the 25-yard line. Short pickup there, about 3 yards. Lincoln does have 2 timeouts, but I would guess would be unlikely to use them here, up by 34 as we hit the final minute of the first half. Throwing near side. Oh, defender read the play, but no, it's caught by Campbell, and he has a catch down to the 13. Greening was out here also. His defender stepped in front of him, jumping what he thought was the pass. I don't know if Mansell saw that and checked down to checked down to Campbell or if that was his intended receiver all the way, but the man guarding Greening jumped the play, but the pass went to Campbell. It's complete for a first down, and with 28 seconds to go, Lincoln has a first down play. They're going to throw to the far side. It's caught, and here comes Campbell inside of the 5, and he should have close to a first and goal at the 4. We'll see where they mark it. 10 seconds for the half, and Lincoln will call timeout so they can run at least one more play. Here's that last play again. Mansell looking far side all the way. Campbell steps in front of the defender, makes the catch, and fights his way very near a first down. First and goal or second down and less than 1. The chain gang on the far side has second down on the yard mark. Second and inches, but more importantly, from the 4-yard line. Mansell rolls, looks, oh, he's in trouble, spins out of the sack, looks, pulls it down at the 10. He goes out of bounds with 1 second, and now the clock clicks over to all zeros, and the first half. The first half is over. That was the last play of the first half. Lincoln 41, Oshkosh North 7. We're at halftime on our live coverage from Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Stay tuned, there's more ahead. Okay. Yep. Nearing the beginning of the second half here tonight. Lincoln's on top 41-7. This is what's newsworthy. You're looking at some of the sophomore quarterbacks and running backs warming up. We expect to see them in the second half here. Maybe not with this first possession, but we would expect rather quickly we would see the young players, the sophomores, get a chance to play. Not much more the Lincoln offense can do. 6 of 7, and the only reason they were 6 of 7 is because they ran out of time at the end of the first half, or they might have been 7 for 7. And then the defense has been equally as stout. Number 1 there is Austin Pilot. He's a sophomore quarterback. Number 87 warming up there is Adam Urban. He's a junior receiver. They're playing catch on the other side with some more sophomores. Number 18 is Austin Hensley. Catching the ball for him there is number 31, which I'm sorry I don't have a 31 on my roster, so I can't identify that player for you, but Hensley's the quarterback. Maybe both of those sophomores get a chance here in the second half. All right, we start the third quarter, fans. Lincoln 41-7 and getting the football. Kickoff's field at the 26. And stepping up the near sideline with the nice return is Nicholas Campbell. He's got it across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Live coverage of Lincoln Red Raider football through the venues of Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, which means the Wisconsin Rapids Community Media Facebook page and web page at wisconsinrapidscommunitymedia.com, as well as the cable systems in the greater Wisconsin Rapids area, Solaris and Charter. So the first team offense begins the half. Mansell's at quarterback, but Pilot is not the tailback. That's Coombs who carries it, and he sifts through the middle. Steps to the outside at the 45, at the 40, turns the corner to the 35, still on his feet and steps out of bounds somewhere between the 25 and the 30-yard line. Second big run of the night from Nate Coombs. Nash Coombs stepping outside and turning the corner and going all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a 30-yard pickup, but a flag is on the field to 34. And that's going to take away part of this game. If they begin at the 34 and mark it up back here to the, 43. So in the end, it's going to be a 15-yard pickup after the penalty yardage is removed. Again, it's Coombs, and the little man fights inside the 40 to near the 35-yard line. 5'6" and 145-pound Nash Coombs with the carry. And he picks up nearly 8 yards on that first down run.
5-yard line.
Coombs again, first down and more. Look at him fight through to the 26-yard line. So this is Coombs' drive to shine. First string tailback Isaac Pilot has 3 touchdown runs already tonight. His night probably done. So Coombs will get the carries behind the first string line. And again, this might be that first team's last possession if they put it in. Coombs still going, stepping out of a tackle, and down he goes at the 19-yard line, about a yard short of a first down. Beloved by this Red Raider crowd who croons Coombs after yet another hard-fought and stirring run by Nash. Second and a yard. Coombs straight up the middle, breaking 2 tackles. On his way, he's going to score. Nash Coombs' 18-yard touchdown run makes it 47-7 in favor of the Red Raiders.
Number 8, Nathan Happ.
Let's take a look at it. Straight up the middle, just sifting his way, breaking tackles. There's one broken arm tackle there, and just straight through the heart of the defense. And after Hepp's extra point, Lincoln's on top, 48-7. And if I am not mistaken, we will move to a running clock in this football game.
By rule, we will have a running clock starting now in the third quarter.
And that is the call that has been made through the public address announcer Rod Henke, that in fact confirming that so long as the Lincoln Red Raiders maintain a 35-point lead or more, now in this second half we will have a running clock. And again, I expect that one of those sophomores, either Austin Pilot or Austin Hensley, will be quarterbacking the offense on the next Red Raider possession. They're warming up in earnest now down along the Red Raider sideline in front of us. Number 18 there is Austin Hensley. It might be him, or it might be the gentleman there, just a little bit to back, number 1, Austin Pilot. We'll see when the Raiders get the ball back. 48-7 picked up at the 12-yard line by Tao. He's sifting through defenders, breaking a third and a fourth tackle, and he's hit hard and taken down at the 31. So who will play quarterback now for the Oshkosh North Spartans? Not because of the score of the game, but because Harms went out injured at the end of the half. And the only other quarterbacks listed on their roster, now sometimes, oops, we've got a player down for Lincoln, and that's Tyler Baldoff, who's had a fine game. He is a junior linebacker. There you see trainer Rick Hankey.
Healthy activities. So thanks again to
There's the sophomores warming up. Meanwhile, it's nice to see some of the Red Raider teammates having moved out onto the field in concern for Tyler, who's now up, and apparently that knee is stable, and he's walking off under his own power. That's good to see, really good to see. There's the scrum. Oh, okay, there he got his own teammate. That was friendly fire that got Baldoff there. So on first down, in at quarterback now is number 12, Stephen Kempfer. Kempfer's a sophomore, 5'9", 175-pounder. Again, Seth Harms is out with an injury, so Kempfer will quarterback this Oshkosh North team. Second down and 9 after the first down run of a yard. Kempfer fakes, he looks to throw, but he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. There's two Red Raiders there. Nathan Hepp was the first, and I think he will get credit for that sack. Sack comes back inside of the 30 at the 29. It's 3rd and 13.
Third down on the 29-yard line.
Third and long. Kempfer sets, throws, incomplete. On the defense there, Cody Sawyer of the Red Raiders. Do you know who the most excited guys at the event are tonight? All those sophomores and some juniors who don't get to play a lot. And you just heard a gasp from the crowd that had nothing to do with what happened here. They just announced the score that the Badgers are trailing Utah State 10-0 at Camp Randall in their opener tonight.
Brewers 1, National 0.
And that elicited a gasp from the crowd here. Penalty stops play before the punt. But anyway, before that gasp and my explanation of the gasp, we remind you that the most excited people at the stadium tonight are the sophomores, who now will get to play. And I can confirm that there will be a new quarterback because Jacob Mansell has his helmet off. He's had a great night. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's down here at the 45-yard line. He's got his helmet off. His team's about to receive the ball. He's got his helmet off. There's no way he's coming in now. So we'll see one of those sophomores when Lincoln gets the ball here in just a moment. Ruby lets it bounce, picks it up at the 48, and look at him fight. Oh man, he took a good hit there at the 48, but he bounces up quickly. And there's a look at Mansell. He's not going to be playing anymore tonight. It's 48-7. He'll be rooting on the sophomores. Which one will come out and play quarterback? It looks like it's number 1, Austin Pilot. So fans, we'll be trying our very best over the course of the last quarter and a half here to be identifying these new players for you. Nathaniel Schooley is playing tailback. New receivers in there too. Elot gives it to Schooley, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Pilot runs to the sidelines and gives way to Austin Hensley, the other sophomore quarterback. So looks like the sophomore quarterbacks are going to be alternating plays.
And at quarterback, Austin Hensley.
2nd and 10. Remember, we have a running clock as Lincoln leads this one 48-7. Schooley, room this time. Oh, and then he's pulled back. He got to the 50, had some room in front of him, but the linebacker,
Also in for the Red Raiders, number
Aaron
32,
Gutermuth,
Ethan McKillop.
pulled him back and pulled him down. And so it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 8
Back at
here.
quarterback, number 1, Austin Elot.
Pilot's into quarterback, the 3rd
Sam
down
Wallner,
play.
at wide receiver, number 88.
Third down pass. And intended for number 87, Adam Urban. He took a lick at the 40. It's incomplete, and we'll have a Red Raider punt here.
Number 75, Brian Blockheiss. Into the Raiders.
I don't know, Art, if you can get me 3 and 4 here on the sideline.
Number 67, Julian Gower.
There they are. That's the Red Raider dynamic duo, quarterback Mansell and wide receiver Westfall. They connected 3 times tonight for touchdown passes, and they are a part of that dynamic offense. You're going to see those guys' name on all conference and all state teams as this year progresses. Good kick here by Dylan Ashback. It's loose. Is this a live ball? It's covered at the 2-yard line by Gruby, but it will be Oshkosh North. It was not touched by a Spartan, but it is a beautiful kick that backs up North deep in their own end. Running clock at 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, 48-7 in favor of the Red Raiders. Now I'm expecting the same thing here on defense, and we see that. There's a number of sophomores and juniors on the 2nd and 3rd team play here. From the 1, 99 yards in front of Stephen Kempfer and this Oshkosh North team. Oh, a nice run for a first down to the 13-yard line. That's Trayvon Lee. He's the starting tailback. Good to see Baldoff getting the tackle there after being a little dinged up on the kickoff return.
At linebacker, number 41, Dawson Steckbauer. Also number 44.
So 1st and 10 at the 12 for this Oshkosh North team. Lee again. Hard going this time. He's hit for a loss. All the way back at the 9. It's a loss of 3.
Dylan Ashbeck on that tackle. Loss of 5. Brings up a 2nd and 15 for the Spartans.
Kempfer spins out to throw. He's got trouble, and he's able to step away from a would-be sacker and run out to about the original line of scrimmage. That was Dawson Steckbauer that came through hard, made him pull down that football.
On the 13-yard line, 3rd and 10 for the Spartans.
3rd down and 10, so he's able to get the loss of the previous play back, but it's still 3rd and long. Two minutes here and under for this half, or this 3rd period. Running play goes nowhere. It's a loss again of 2.5, 3 yards. Lee stopped once again, and here comes North to punt. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. 3rd period. Gruby will field this punt well into his own side of the field. He's going to stand at the 38. Line drive kick hits at the 35. Gruby picks it up at the 40. Steps by the initial 2 defenders and goes all the way down to near the 25-yard line. We'll see if we can get a playoff here before the end of the third quarter. This quarter, of course, moving very, very quickly with the 48-7 Lincoln lead as the purpose of the running clock is. I would guess we'd have maybe one play before we take a break and switch ends for the fourth quarter. Perhaps not. Lincoln's at 20 seconds and not even out onto the field. No, they're going to head to the other end. We will not have a play here to run before the third quarter expires. After 3, Lincoln routing Oshkosh North 48-7. We'll have that fourth quarter for you after a short timeout on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.
Again, thanks to our student body for being loyal Red Raider fans and supporting their classmates and fellow students.
First and 10, Lincoln at the North 26. The North 26. This is Hensley handing it off inside and driving hard to the 22-yard line. Nathaniel Schooley. I would think out of respect to Oshkosh North that Lincoln would be keeping the football on the ground here throughout the fourth period. I know you'd like to see the young receivers get some action, but you also want to show respect to your opponent here. Pilat's going to throw it, so he'll tuck it in and run down to the about the 16-yard line, a yard short of the first down, but it sure looked like a designed pass, and so much for that theory, right?
On the 22-yard line, 3rd and 2.
From the 17, it's 3rd and a yard and a half. He took a look and then just took off running, did Austin Pilat. Hensley moves back in. This third down play. Schooley gets inside of the 15, and that means he has a first down. It's the first down at the 14-yard line.
And for the Red Raiders, Owen Greening, number 23.
Schooley comes out, and number 23 has checked in. I do not have a 23 on my roster, folks, and I regret that I'm unable to identify this young man in his moment as he gets the football, but is dropped for a loss back at the 18-yard line. Good penetration there by
Tackle for a loss from Oshkosh North, number 36.
the linebacker, Ray Brewer.
2nd and 14.
If he gets the ball again,
18-yard line.
they seem to have his number next door, and I'll try to get that for you as best I can off of Mr. Hankey's call from the PA booth. Fumbled at the snap, and down to recover it is Austin Hensley back at the 23-yard line. So the Red Raiders move backwards now since the first and 10 at the 15. They now have a 3rd and 19. They will throw, and it's completed at about the original line of scrimmage. Receiver is number 88, Samuel Wallner.
That pass from Pilat goes to number 88, Sam Wallner.
They mark him down at the 16-yard line, and 4th and 12 will be the
Austin Hensley back in lineup for the Red Raiders.
down and distance with 8:45 to go. Running clock, fourth quarter. Pass play here, firing for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Again, Wallner was the intended receiver as Hensley fires it, but it's incomplete, and Oshkosh North will take over. see the running clock on the change of possession. Oshkosh North taking it over in a running play that nets a short gain to the 19-yard line. Trayvon Lee with the carry. Don't forget about the road trip now. It's a month-long road trip for Lincoln. They're off to Neenah a week from tonight, September 8th. Off to Wausau East on the 15th of September. To Marshfield and Beal Stadium on the 22nd of September. And then back up to Wausau for West on the 29th of September. All of those will be very important Valley Football Association West Division Conference games. First down run here by the Spartans. Returning home for Lincoln against Spash and Everest on the first 2 Fridays of October. And we have a whistle here. Is there a timeout call? There is. Oshkosh North calls a timeout with 6:31 to go. Some of the faithful are heading off to the parking lot now with this one well in hand. 48-7, 3 touchdown runs by Isaac Pilot, 3 touchdown passes from Jacob Mansell to Isaiah Westfall. And the Red Raiders will take a whole lot of momentum with them on the road to Neenah. None of the hopes or expectations of this season thwarted by the loss at Kimberly. That's just a historically significant run that Kimberly is on. And the Red Raiders played right there with them on their home field last week. Running the football here is Keyshawn Torrance. And Torrance has the 30-yard line.
By number 21, Chase Pester. Back line of Red Raiders, number 27, Garrett Juneman.
Some of the starters on the line enjoying the scoreboard. 48-7 Lincoln. Fighting hard just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, Keyshawn Torrance.
And Bryce Schrader on that tackle. With a host of other Red Raiders.
So it's 3rd down and about 7. Whoa, and a big hit in the backfield by the Raiders. That Wernick on the hit there. That play never ever had a chance.
For the Spartans. 4th and 11 on the 26-yard line.
So here comes a 4th and 10 play. We're down to 4:53 to go. And a whistle stops play. Will we have a timeout? We'll see here. Nope, just going to replace the football. First down's just about the 37.5-yard line. Full 10 here for big pressure again, and then is they going to call him down? That was Garrett Wernick again in to make the tackle. And
Red Raiders take over on down.
Well, will be called an incomplete pass, or will it? Let's see where they place the football. Well, they're going to call that a sack back at the 17-yard line. And a couple of big plays there for Wiernick. Clock running inside of 4 minutes, and the Raiders take back over. Alternating those sophomore quarterbacks, Hensley and Pilat. They're both Austins, by the way, and Hensley will get this down. That's Schooley behind him. Option play, it's pitched out and it's on the ground. Recovered at the 19 by Oshkosh North. The intended runner, the pitch receiver, was Adam Urban. And it's fumbled and recovered by Oshkosh North, and they'll take over here with, by the time they snap this football, well under 3 minutes remaining.
First and 10 for the Spartans on the 20-yard line.
Pass play here is Kemper, throws it deep and well behind his intended receiver, Lucas Cleveland, at the 40-yard line. Time winding down. We've had a running clock since the Red Raiders scored on their opening possession of the third quarter. It's 41-7 at halftime. It is 48-7 now. Handed off inside to Keyshawn Torrance. He is shoved back for a loss of about 2 yards, maybe 3.
That sack was by number 51, Bryce Schrader, for a loss of 3. Third and 13.
Third and long with a minute and a half to go. Torrance maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but certainly no more. So fourth down and 13, a minute 10 to go.
Fourth and 14 for the Spartans.
Kemper will give it off, and in trouble and a big loss. What a nice defensive play there. Number 48, Tyler Baldoff, who has made one play after another, after he had that injury on the kickoff. Came back out and played like a house of fire. What an impressive effort all around tonight. Every aspect of the game by the Red Raiders. Now moving to 2-1 and heading to Neenah next week.
Friday when we travel to Neenah, we are on the road for 4 consecutive games. Neenah, Wausau East,
and the clock now will expire. This game has come to a conclusion. The Red Raiders roll the Oshkosh North Spartans by a score of 48-7. 3 rushing touchdown runs by Isaac Pilat. 3 passing touchdowns from quarterback Mansell to wide receiver Isaiah Westfall. And the Raiders now on this field have won 42-0 and 48-7. But they head out on the road for a month, and we'll closely follow their results until early October when we're able to bring you another game here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. So just so pleased to be able to sit in this chair tonight and talk about the game because of all of the hard work of our crew. Artnet Gedsick was our videographer tonight. If you're watching on demand or on tape delay, does all of that post-production work for your viewing pleasure. David Ballerstein has been our director tonight on the live broadcast and bringing you those instant replays. And we're just so thrilled to be a part of that team and honored as well. I'm Milt Van Natta wishing you a pleasant good evening. It's Lincoln 48 and Oshkosh North 7 right here on Wisconsin Rapids Community Media.